Yeah man, see it, crime scene. I'm seeing right now for Olympic way. Yeah man, reporting live. Police lick where a man a while ago. A police kill him.
People. Que pasa, sac passe. What they do. Now the first thing that is popping in the news after the loss of life of legendary singer Tabby Diamond from the group Mighty Diamond. First thing that the Popo said, they are warning. Police make sure so them post up. So therefore there would not have been any sorts of reprisal, or at least immediately. However, people, yesterday I got a few messages from WhatsApp, and those messages were saying that, boy, look like World War III about to break out down an Olympic way. Same era in which Tabby lost his life. Some sort of reprisal seems as if went on. However, everybody's voice sound low. People were in panic mode because them don't want to send out any sorts of message to them blogger, and then the next thing that them know, the gunman them outside a creep and listen, and people, you know, the after effect, the domino effect, if that should happen. Nobody was going to get any sorts of video. However, after the smoke clear, based on information, it is said that at least one person lost his life. People were speculating that a gunman, however, it seems as if this was a deed of the Popo. Now people like me say, whenever anything happens in Jamaica, you know that it is a 9-day talk. The place corralled by Popo and soldier, all sorts of police and soldier post up. So therefore, we would not anticipate that any sorts of reprisal would have taken place until after them get tired like all the time and them left. And then like them say, a cat and mouse game. When the cat's away, the mouse will play. However, people, it seems as if the person that lost his life was at the hands of law enforcement. Now people, what did he do? Is this related to the takeaway of Tabby? The average person, normal thinking person would say that this would have been more than coincidental. Tabby lose him life and then somebody get taken out by the Popo, who would do anything silly for jeopardize him life to the Popo. Now people like me say, this is just speculation. That is what blogging is all about. Giving your opinion on a situation. I was not there. I cannot be at a million places at one time. However, I can give my view. Now people, after Tabby lost his life, of course you know that persons were disgusted. Persons were saying, how could a peaceful man like that lose his life? But people, like I've always said, we are all equal opportunity targets in Jamaica. Nobody is spared. So even the kindness amongst us can lose his life for no apparent reason, none at all. Especially if that kind-hearted person is related to some sort of gunman. Then people, that kind of amps it up. The law of possibility and probability is amped up significantly. Now people, was I surprised, or would I have been surprised if one of those persons that was responsible would lose his life immediately? Or this could have been a suspect? No, because the truth and the fact is that all of the people that you hear saying how despicable it is that Tabby lose him life to some youth that are in the area, top road a war with bottom road, left road a war with right road, vice versa. I'm not surprised, because the truth and the fact is that in all of these garrisons, the gunman, the Don, they are walking around with impunity, with immunity, in a plain sight, and everybody know who is doing this, everybody know who is doing that. However, Mom's the word. Everybody tight-lipped. Nobody is going to say anything until, of course, it reaches their doorstep. So I say this to say that everybody know who are the perpetrators in all of these crimes. People probably saw. People knew. People see these people with the tool already. People seeing these people in action already. They've been in action for the longest time. This is not something new. This is not some outer. Most of this is internal. Top lane versus bottom lane, like I said. So therefore, it is not as if we are talking about one country versus the next country and people screech across the border. The only border is a mental border. The only border is a border of sign. So therefore, people know who is doing what and who is doing who. Everybody know everybody business in the garrison. Them know who I sleep with who. Them know who I cheat upon who. So therefore, I would not be surprised if one of these persons that is responsible get taken out by the po-po. Because everybody know everybody business, like me say. So people, like me said, this is preliminary. This is not conclusive. This is not a fact. This is just speculation. But hopefully, whoever is responsible, that person that lost his life, hopefully was one of those persons and people. Hopefully, the other persons, whoever conspired, whoever is a part of the hiding, any directly or indirectly link with this should also, me I talk about, lose them life in the worstest way. And I am speaking about the matey, the baby mother, the father. Anybody that have a family member that would do something like that, and they knowingly and willingly hide these people and don't say anything to the po-po, your demise should be worse than that of what happened to Tabby. Tabby was an innocent man. You and your family and your cumbolo conspired to take away a man, even though his son was doing all sorts of stuff. Even though we know about if them can't catch Quack, them catch him short syndrome. However, people, sometimes you cross a line. Sometimes you have to set the bar to a certain height. There are certain lows in which you should not go even as a low life, and this was below the belt. This was below that bar that should have been set. Point blank and period. Now people, like me say, we've all seen some very despicable stuff happening in Jamaica as it pertains to picnic, as it pertains to pregnant woman, as it pertains to elderly, father and son, you name it, we've seen it all. And as bad as they've been, and people, I am not going to say that the Tabby incident is the worst one. However, it is up there with the worstest of them. So therefore, people, like them say, desperate times calls for desperate measure. And we are going to expect to see a whole lot of heads rolling. And I don't know how the family member is going to deal with this, seeing that, based on what I've heard, they lost one family member before, and then Tabby and the next one again, right beside each other. So therefore, that is at least 3. Don't know how much the other side lost, because people, like me say, it is a tit for tat that was going on with Imani, Tabby's son, and the other people on the other side. So therefore, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. However, when you take off the whole head with the eye, the ears, the mouth, and everything, then you basically fall out. So people, me just say, hopefully, whoever needs to get to the bottom of this, hopefully it is a po-po. However, I would not be surprised, and like me say, I don't know who else in the family can basically take up this WAR, and people, I am not promoting any sorts of violence with any set of people. But me just say, that one you basically crossed the line. This one needs special attention. This is what we call unusual circumstance, unusual case. And people, Me not expect that one to get settled just like that. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like I say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.